his left, chest on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Woo! Hooty hoo! They're hooty hooing. Good morning. Good morning, Waking Jake Bakers. Happy Wednesday to you. Oh my God. Wednesday. Bizarre. No Yankees games. Don't keep track of the days of the week as well as I used to. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good morning. Hope we can make it a little better morning. A sports morning. And that's what we do here at Wake and Jake. Producer BBD in the corner. We got the live people in Periscope, the YouTube, and now maybe you're listening on the podcast app. So we appreciate all you guys. It's go time. It's go time. And when I wanted to do this and I wanted to do Game of the Night or whatever we started off with, I wanted it to be the segment that was, if you're in an office, and you've got a boss that you don't like talking to, and maybe you could distract them with sports for 3 minutes to get out of the hey, did you send the email yesterday? You distract them with this, and today's game is the Chicago White Sox versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, and it's not so much the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's not even that much the Chicago White Sox. Lucas Giolito, he's lovely. If you haven't heard, buckle up. Because he puts the Pirates down 1-2-3 in every inning except the fourth. One walk by Giolito. He throws a no-hitter last night. If you didn't know, and this is how you're finding out, that's kind of wild. I'm thinking you know. But, hey, Lucas Giolito threw a no-hitter yesterday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Really fun. It was the MLB free game of the day, so I hope a couple extra eyes tuned in on it. The one walk he gave up in the fourth inning to the Pirates leadoff hitter, Eric Gonzalez, last night. 4-pitch walk. So that's kind of hey, you don't get mad at any of your defenders for having an error. It's not like it was a 3-2 pitch and it just missed or something. So whatever. It's a walk. And the ninth inning was really fun. So Gerard Dyson comes up, and you wonder, how are the nerves going to feel? Because but it's an empty stadium. This is pretty weird. He comes out and he throws his first pitch is a changeup, 80 miles per hour, and he almost throws it over the catcher. So it's one of those okay, so he does know he has a no-hitter. He is feeling the nerves. He misses with another changeup, low and in, which I don't think is where the pitch was supposed to be. And then he fights back. He strikes out Dyson. Osuna fouls out. And then Gonzalez, the guy he walked earlier in the game, he gets him down 0-2, and you're oh, he's going to punch him. His slider is looking filthy. Here it comes. He leaves a fastball kind of over the middle of the plate. It gets slapped into right field, and everyone has that gasp moment. Our guy Jack Flaherty tweeted out a video of his mother watching it, and you could hear her let out the noise that everyone felt inside. Oh no. The right fielder was right there. A really impressive no-hitter from Giolito. One walk, 9 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts. That's silly stuff, man. And it's, I don't know. I think it's the game of the night. I think a couple of the NBA games could have gave it a run. Jamal Murray turned it on. We'll talk about him later. The Giants walked off. But Lucas Giolito, if you're familiar with this show, we're going to be talking about him a little more later. Potentially in Bro of the Night. He was awesome, man. His stuff's dirty. He's really good. He's a really fun story. Young, good, and part of this White Sox magic. I'm starting to believe in White Sox magic, man. They're for real. Giolito's an ace, and it was cool. So good for him. I know the Pirates aren't as intimidating as a lot of other teams out there, but a no-no is a no-no. and that's pretty cool. So, Lucas Giolito and the White Sox, they are the game of the night. And the Pirates, Cole Tucker, we still love you, but it's probably not how you want to be highlighted. So, that's the story from the sports world. A really impressive no-hitter by Giolito. BBD, let's crank out the rest of the baseball, and then we'll circle back on all of it, all right?
We'll get back.
Is that good with you?
Oh, yeah.
The baseball brought to you by the Roosevelts today. Roosevelt Studio, RSVLTS. I'm wearing my Roosevelt shirt. Getting a couple compliments in the chat. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Feels accurate. The baseball last night. Marlins and the Mets play 2. Marlins take game 1 4-0. Brian Anderson and Lewis Brinson both have multi-hit games. Porcello gets knocked around a little bit. Marlins, again, win 4-0. And then the Marlins win game 2, 3-0. Brian Anderson with a 2-run double. Seth Lugo had a nice performance as the opener, starter, bullpen guy for them. Good for him. Is Seth Lugo the guy that... I think the doorman at our building told me Seth Lugo was the next Nolan Ryan. So everyone keep an eye out for that.
Make sure you credit our doorman.
Do it. He also gave me some hockey inside stuff before, so we might get a little bit of hockey later. He cornered me by the door. It was that guy. Love him. He's the best. And also, what was his name? The guy stole home in this game. John Birdie. He stole second, third, and home. And on his way home, he started falling, and he bear crawled, and he still got there. Bless you, BBD. It was as Metsy as it getsy. I still can't believe they got so mad about that shirt when they encourage and live that shirt every day. So, whatever. Mets lose 2 to the Marlins. Marlins firmly in the NL playoff picture right now. Mets falling apart. Hey, sell some guys. How about that? Phillies 8, Nats 3. Real Muto with another home run. 3-run yacker. Segura with a big game. Adam Eaton played well and hit a homer too, but the Phillies win 8-3. Red Sox 9, Blue Jays 7. Yeah, Devers. Bases loaded triple. This was the JJR bet of the day coming up after this. Another loser. A lot of multi-hit days games for the Red Sox. Good for them. Take your win. Get out of my face. Rays 4, O's 2. Glasnow 13 Ks of his own in 7 innings. And Manny Margot goes 2 for 3 with a homer. So he's starting to play decent baseball for them. Glasnow looks like he's fixed. That's big for the Rays. In the Central, the Indians beat the Twins 4-2. Lindor with the big home run to give them the lead. They were down, I think, 2-1. Then Frankie hits the home run. Shane Bieber with the start in this game. Just a casual 10 Ks for him. Getting showed up by his other friends in the Central. But, yeah, Indians get the win. They tie up that series at 1-1. Little rubber match today, unless they're playing 4. Not sure. Shane Bieber. Got to get Justin back involved. They had like an internet exchange. We need to make that more of a thing, MLB. Tigers 7, Cubs 1. Spencer Turnbull, I think, is having a solid season. He pitches pretty well. Jonathan Scope with the grand salami. The Tigers beat the Cubs. How about that? That's why they play the games, people. Brewers, Reds, Woodruff. 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Moustakas, our guy, friend. 2 RBI single. Brewers win 3-2 over the Reds. Of course they do. Because the Reds just lose. That's all they do. That's all the Reds do is lose. And then the Royals 5, Cardinals 4. How about that? Didn't know that. Royals beat the Cardinals. That game was tied late. McBroom, former Yankees farmhand, with the go-ahead hit. How about that? Ryan O'Hearn with a homer. DeYoung with a good game. But yeah, Royals get the dub. In the West, Astros and Angels play a doubleheader. Astros take the first game 6-3, despite a La Stella homer. Christian Javier, another pitcher, young pitcher, looking good for them. Kind of sucks, but they're a good organization besides all the cheating and bad guy stuff.
If not for that, though.
Yeah. And then game 2, the Angels put up a 12 burger. David Fletcher, the star of stars. So they split. How about that? Oakland 10, Rangers 3, Matt Olson and Simeon homer. Mariners 8, Padres 3. The Mariners hold off the hot Padres. J.P. Crawford 2 for 4 with a homer. Machado with a 4-hit game. Took him in the homer draft. No homers, though. 4 different hits than homers. Rockies 5, D-backs 4. My Rocks got fight, baby. My Rocks got fight, baby. Oh, I'm Trevor. Arenado, couple doubles to break out of his slump. Christian Walker hit a homer for the D-backs. Rockies, let's go. And then the Dodgers-Giants in 11. Giants with a couple comebacks in this game. Cueto got lit up, which, again, this was potentially his last start before a trade. Dodgers get to him. Arias also gets knocked around. Muncy hits a homer. This was a fun one, huh? This had a chance for game of the night. Longoria ties it up in the 11th. Donovan, Solano, Donnie Barrels, who's having a great year. Donnie Barrels is having a great year. San Francisco, they get the win. 10-8 over the Dodgers. Is that right? Wow. In the 11th. And, yeah, man, I think the Giants are the hottest team in baseball. I think they've won 7 in a row. San Francisco Giants. Multiply that by 2.7, BBD. That's 14. That's like 17 straight wins. Fake season rules. Doesn't matter. That's the baseball. BBD, what do we miss? What do we miss?
Yeah, Giants walk off in a thriller with the Dodgers. Good stuff. Yeah, Arenado breaking out of his slump. That's important for the Rockies if they're still trying.
Yeah. Dude, the Marlins winning too.
Yeah, I kind of just keep forgetting they're still doing it. I think they just took care of business against the Nats over the weekend, if I'm remembering that right.
They're 14-11. So like they could go 16-19 the rest of the way and be 500, which is a playoff team. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So how about that? My Rocks, baby, bounce back. They take the first couple against the D-backs. The D-backs are dying. I wonder if they sell. Archie Bradley. A lot of people talking about him.
Got pieces to move if they want to move them.
That would be fun. I wouldn't blame them. That would be cool. Yeah, the Giants are hot right now. Good for them. Yes. Stremski. Let's do the shooty hoops. BB Dubs. Bug David. Let's do the bad game first, which was the exciting game coming into it.
On paper.
Mavs Clippers. Game 5. Is Luka gonna do it again? Luka. It's Luka's league, man. They get shut off pretty quickly. Paul George uses the forces of the internet hating him to get his 35 points. Had a really nice first half. 4 of 8 from 3. Shaq said he texted him. So that's pretty big. Shaq took credit for Paul George bouncing back, which I think is important. Kawhi Leonard had a great game, 32-7. There's a really good highlight where he yells at Reggie Jackson for taking a bad layup, so that was fun to watch. And then Kawhi stole the ball from Boban. Did you see that? That was cool. It was really cool. Boban, had it, and then Kawhi, both of their hands were on the basketball, which, feel bad for the basketball right there. Either way, oh my God.
You all right?
Just ate a frog.
Getting you another one.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you just missed me eating a frog. Clippers blow them out 154-111. Luka was banged up in this game. KP didn't play. So, yeah, we'll see. It's going to go to Game 6. Interested to see if Luka's got something up his sleeve. Credit to the Clippers. Credit to Doc Rivers. They kind of got killed for the past 24, 48 hours, and they bounced back, and they were dominant. Paul George was dominant.
The team you thought they were.
They Exactly. From game to game, they went from, are they going to get upset to they're still a favorite. So that's pretty big for them. The better NBA game, Jazz Nuggets. Jazz have the lead at the half, and they're up 3-1 in this series, so they can put them away. Donovan Mitchell with 30 points. He was looking really good. The whole Jazz team was looking really good. They were hitting their shots. Nuggets turned it on, man, and mostly Jamal Murray, who, I don't know, he's not well-liked in NBA circles, I feel like, or he's not well-respected.
Nobody's talking about him as, like, a guy.
Like, I had some mean thoughts about him going into the third quarter. I was like, I think Jamal Murray's going to bring them back in this game, but I think Jamal Murray also loses them this game, which is kind of rude. But he went nuts, man. He finishes with 42, 8, and 8, and he took over. Like, he was ball in his hand. I'm going to the basket. I'm taking my shot. Do whatever you want. I'm getting buckets. And he did it. And they get the win. 117 to 107. 33 points in the second half by Jamal Murray. He went off. He had the one awesome spinning layup. Go check that out. That is a highlight. And BBD notes on here that he was a Knicks draft pick, technically, from the Carmelo Anthony deal. So how about that? But yeah, pretty cool night. Jamal Murray would have been bro of the night, if not for Giolito, most likely, because he turned it on. And I think I think last night for Jamal Murray was like we're going to bring you up a level in the NBA circle. So that was the hoops. BBD, thoughts? Hashtag thoughts?
Paul George kicks off his I'm Sorry tour. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I promise I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey, great game. Percentage is good. Total numbers good.
He's really good.
Like, he's really good, and like
really
he does
good.
defense.
Yeah.
So like,
No,
it was really fun to make fun of him on the internet. But yeah, I mean, he's still really good.
And they were saying that, I guess the way Doc Rivers coaches, he can be, I guess he can be anal about little things and giving up the open three to Luka to lose the game. They were talking about it on the broadcast. They were like, oh, he will hold that over their head the rest of the playoffs and make them work extra hard. And they were doing one of those could be a bad thing that turns into a good thing. I don't know. But Jamal Murray looked really good. So
that spin layup just showed.
Let's
it's the first time I saw it.
It's nasty, man. It's nasty. Goes right at him. He does the spin right. Like, it's
So
not
cool.
luck. So that's pretty cool. Let's get one more Luka game. Even if they lose, like, let's get Luka like a 50-point game. So any other sports news? I didn't put anything down. You mentioned Daniel Jones, and I think Coach Judge is being a tough guy and said they don't want him to wear the red
the
shirt.
lap thing.
Yeah. Wear the red shirt, Daniel Jones. Because otherwise,
Just do it.
Otherwise you get hurt because
Not a huge story.
bigger men hit you. Yeah, I guess that's too local. The comment of the day. My personal favorite segment of the show. You guys are a part of it. We are baking the algorithm. We're hot in the YouTube right now, 67-1. Almost a no-hitter. I'm going with the thumbs down as a walk. I think we've got a no-hitter going right now. Keep baking the algorithm. Leave comments on YouTube. Leave some reviews on the podcast app. We're really close to 200. So if you guys could do that, we really appreciate it. It helps. Share with a friend. Lucas Giolito, he's lovely. The comment of the day from yesterday comes from Ben B. And he says, play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your soul. He didn't say that. That's Tenacious D. Ben B said, Jake and David, I'd like you to know that my 2-year-old daughter came and watched the last few minutes with me. Her observation was, that one's mad, pointing at Jake, but that one's happy, pointing at David. Take what you will from that. Also, my wife decided to watch Take Me Out on JJTV over Grey's Anatomy last night. So, little ad at the end there. I think it's pretty funny when I get animated and I start doing that stuff. If I was a 2-year-old kid, I'd be pretty freaked out. Be like, why is he like that? I could see any human saying, why is he like that? So, thank you for the review. Ben B, we appreciate you. Go leave a comment. We'll get you on the show. We appreciate you guys. You guys have been awesome. The downloads, everything are great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. BBD into bro of the night, and arguably the most obvious bro of the night. I feel like Donovan Mitchell and Dame. had some legit ones, but it's Lucas Giolito. He threw a no-hitter, so that's a good way to do it. He's really good, and he's a fun story. So, he's a Cali guy, Harvard Westlake. He's the whole story. He went to high school with Jack Flaherty, Max Fried. So, again, imagine that high school team. Pretty nuts. Can't. That honestly makes me mad. I hide it and say it's a cool thing, but like the fact they're on the same high school baseball team, that's nuts. And the cool thing is, so Giolito was a big prospect. He comes up with the Nats, and he kind of wasn't great. He comes to the White Sox. He was okay, and then he got his first full season with the White Sox, and he got roughed up. He led the league in walks. He led the league in earned runs. Not good. And I mean, baseball, we get so reactionary that he was 23 years old that you're like, this guy might be a mess. Bounces back the next year. He's an all-star. He's 6th in the Cy Young. 176 innings pitched, 228 strikeouts, a 3.41 ERA. Not super impressive. I think the ERA fell off towards the end of the year last year. And now he comes back, and he's having a nice season. Having a no-hitter will help that out. 43.2 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts, a 3.09 ERA. He's the White Sox ace. He's their, White Sox were the story of baseball last week until the Padres went full Padres. They kind of overlapped at the same time, but
If not for the Padres doing their thing, we would have a lot of White Sox.
because there are a lot of sports people that only take in the high-level stuff, and that's why you got to watch Wake and Jake. Share. Tell a friend. The White Sox were the story because their offense is nasty. And if Giolito, obviously, probably can't be throwing no-hitters every game. If he could, oh, my God. How nuts would that be? But he's their one. And this was kind of his prove it. Like, you pitched really well last year, prove it again. And now he's doing it. He is 25 years old?
Yeah. 26?
26. He turned 26 July 14th. Happy birthday, Lucas Giolito, when it happened. So he is the bro of the night. You throw a no-hitter, you got a good chance of it. And, man, it's important for the White Sox, man. They're going to be in a 3-game playoff, and he's going to get the pill in one of those games. And he's going to be really tough to beat. So, good for the White Sox. Good for Giolito. He's an absolute stud. I think he's going to be a friend of the. I think Trevor works out with him, so we'll talk to him soon. Eloy, my guy, I think did get banged up in the celebration. I don't think there's any official word on that. We'll see. But Lucas Giolito, BBD, who is your bro of the night? I took a big one.
Yeah. You took the obvious one. Small shout out Adam Engel and right.
Yeah.
Made some good plays that
Nice.
last play.
Better make that.
He's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Recall him robbing the Yankees of several homers.
Yeah, that's right.
Greg Bird had that homer that I'll say forever. That would have ignited him on such a hot streak.
I
Getting
think
to.
I think it still will.
Yeah. But we almost did the Paul George thing. We already did that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Donnie Barrels.
Okay.
The season he's having, pretty nuts. Another cool story. Kind of just putting it together, in his 30s. Bounce around for a while. Got a couple different, samples in the big leagues. Brief Yankee. They played for the Yankees in 16. Didn't come back to the big leagues until last year, 2019. 81 games, did pretty well. And this year he's just lighting it up. Obviously, still small samples. Things can come back to earth. But 351 batting average. The walk-off last night, just dropping D everywhere. 9 doubles.
Dropping Donovan Solano. What's his batting average? Do you have that?
351, assuming that's updated from last night.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'd like to hit that.
You hit 351, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, man, the Giants are rolling. I don't know. I'm interested if a story comes out because they've kind of fixed Yastrzemski. They kind of fixed Donovan Solano. I wonder if there's a hitting coach to blame or what's going on. But, I don't know, man. Good bro of the night. Paul George, Probably could have got one. I mean, from going laughing stock of the internet to having a big game. I mean, he's going to be tested the rest of these playoffs. I said it the other day, but like, if they lose, nobody's going to point at Kawhi. They're all going to point at Paul George. So, I forgot this in the sports. Doorman guy who corners me, he says the Islanders got a real chance to win it.
Oh.
And he said he's a Rangers fan, but he roots for New York. And he says the Islanders got a chance, so he believes. He says they're going to beat Philly. I don't know if they're currently playing them or if that's the potential upcoming series. But Islanders, I guess we're on the Islanders wagon as of right now. I think the Avalanche are still in it.
They're playing Philly. They're up 1-0 against Philly, playing at 3.
Okay, so he
Oh, that's perfect for us to watch before the Yankee game.
He spoke very confidently that the Isles were going to take care of Philly. It didn't seem like they have a 1-0 lead, but good. So there's your hockey update for today. Happy for you guys. What are we watching tonight, BBD? Yankees baseball. God, it's like all I want to watch. So excited last night. Timed it up. Did a Peloton ride. Took a shower. Ate dinner.
I was in like a perfect position to watch the game.
God, so they're doing a doubleheader today, so that'll be probably pretty crazy for us.
Tank and Cole, right?
Tanaka and Cole, so that's definitely something I'm watching. And then this is OKC Houston, Game 5, tied at 2s. So that's an exciting one. I took a lot of the meat there, BBD. Anything else?
Well, brief note on the Yankees. They got kind of screwed by this because now Cole can't pitch the doubleheader on the last day against the Mets, so that stinks.
Yeah, it was actually, well, I think it's heavy Yankees talk, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't move Tanaka because now both doubleheader days are kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Probably not for here.
Yeah.
Probably not for here.
It should have been an option. I have got Phillies Nats circled a little bit. They got Nola and Corbin going at it. They've both been really good this year. Both their teams would like to win more games than they've been winning.
Facts.
Phillies have been putting together a good amount of wins, all things considered, since they have the worst bullpen in the world. Until they added guys, I don't know.
I got one more, BBD. Twins Indians, Barrios versus Clev.
Oh, yeah, it's Clev.
Clev gets the recall, so that'll be really interesting to see. So, really good sports night. Really good. Yankees doubleheader. Clev's back. Some good baseball, and that Game 5 of the NBA should be pretty good. And, we'll be watching the hockey, so Islanders look good.
Yeah.
Islanders look really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they roll through Philly, I guess.
Late night, Dodgers got Kershaw going after getting walked off, so he might have some I'm Kershaw stuff.
Hope the Giants roll.
And the Giants have Gausman going, who
trade rumor Gausman.
Could be his last start there. He's been pretty impressive.
Could pitch in the playoffs for them, too.
Yeah.
Go Giants. I'm rooting for them. Go knock around Kershaw. Kershaw's been so good this year. Guys, it's almost time for us here from the Roosevelt studio. You know what that music means. It means I miss you and I love you. Morning just happened. If you missed it, go watch it. That's Jomboy. Talking Giants is out. JJR is happening next. Watch it. Talking Baseball came out today? Yeah. Okay, so go check that out.
YouTube went out an hour ago.
Thank you guys so much. Share with a friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate the Baker crew. You guys are awesome.
Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.